What's good, everyone? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here and you're not subscribed, you know what to do. Just smash that subscribe button, turn on your post notification. That is very important, so that you don't miss any video that I post. Every time I post, you get a notification and you watch my video. Yeah, so today's video, guys, is very juicy. As you have seen from the title, we are going to be doing animated story time, and today's story is about a girl who stole her sister's boyfriend. Hell no! That's a scandal, and we are here to watch it and see how it goes. So make sure you watch this video to the end and give it a big thumbs up, because I'm sure it's going to be a good one. So do that. Anyway, let's jump right into this video so that we don't waste any time talking.
Once when I was in the 11th grade, I threw a birthday party and Ellen, my neighbor, was coming over. Most importantly of all though, tonight I was going to tell Ellen about my feelings for her. But just before she was due to arrive, she gave me a call and said, "Luce, I'm going out with Brian tonight. Do you mind covering for me? I told my mom that I'd be spending the night with you." I rushed to my window just in time to see Brian kiss Ellen before they got into his car and left. This was just a week after I told her I thought Brian was cute.
What? On her birthday. She took her boyfriend on her birthday. I mean, and what's the thing is, she told her that she had feelings for him. Now, this is next level betrayal. Like, if something like this happens to you or someone else, I think you'll do something stupid. Like, you rush there and do something stupid. Yeah, you'll be all up in your feelings, you know.
When Ellen's mom called later that evening and asked to speak to her, I said I hadn't the slightest idea where she was. That night, I heard Ellen's mom yelling at her when she got home. For once, she was getting what she deserved.
Damn. Okay, I don't blame her. Maybe I would have done the same thing. I mean, if something like that happened to you, I would have ratted her out. Like, I might even go to your house and visit and ask if you are in that house, and your mom will know that you are not with me, you know. This is so juicy. Let's see.
The next day, she came over and apologized for putting me in an awkward position. Then, she pulled a brand new box of AirPods from her bag and gave them to me. "I know you've always wanted these, but they're too expensive for you, so here you go." I said, "Get off your high horse, Ellen. Stop showing off your money all the freaking time. Is that all that matters to you? You make me sick." I was so mad at Ellen that I didn't know what to do. So I decided the best person to get advice from was our school guidance counselor. After listening to everything, she said she had something serious to discuss with me. She said, "Ellen was just in here." She said that Ellen had said something crazy, and since she knew about my feelings for Ellen, she had decided to tell me. She said, "You have to promise never to repeat what I'm about to say." Then she told me the craziest, most unimaginable thing. She said Ellen had told her we were half-sisters. Apparently, Ellen's dad was also my dad. Just last week, she had overheard him say to my mom that I was his responsibility too, and he had to keep taking care of me. I was beyond horrified. This was too much. Not only was my crush my half-sister, but my dad had also left me to live in misery while she got everything? And I'd lived without a dad my whole life. I was done with this. I needed payback. I started with small things.
What? Okay, that turned so fast. Like, I did not see that one coming. So she's a girl and she has a crush on a guy. Okay, let's see what she does as her revenge.
I cut the string on a tin can phone line we had made when we were kids. It went between our bedroom windows. She always said it was a symbol of our friendship. Well, no more. Ellen called me immediately and asked why I had cut the line. Instead of answering, I asked her about her boyfriend, Brian. She just said goodbye politely and then didn't speak to me for a few days. A week later, she called me and said in her stupid goody-goody voice, "It's no big deal. We're growing up, and yeah, Brian is fine. It's nothing serious. We're just friends." I could have screamed with rage now. The next day, I decided to up my game. Ellen was hard of hearing and needed to feel what I was feeling. Ellen loved to listen to my music. So, I wrote a song just for her. I opened my window and started screeching. Ellen is the worst, the worst, the worst, the worst. She looks like fuzzy lumpkins, has cheese like bloated pumpkins. Her breath smells bad, she's borderline mad. Ellen is the worst, the worst, the worst, the worst. A few minutes later,
This is just next level jealousy. Now she's getting petty. Right. She's boring me now.
there was a knock on my door. I opened it to see a very upset Ellen. I asked, "What's up, Elle?" She said, "You're singing about me," and loud enough for the entire neighborhood to hear. I smiled at her. "I thought you'd appreciate me writing a song just for you. Consider this a small repayment for how good a friend you've been." She didn't know what to say to that. It felt so good to finally get to her that I decided to amp it up. I shared the song on Facebook. The video was removed a few hours later, and I was banned from Facebook for bullying. Brian came rushing over to Ellen's. He went inside and consoled her. I looked out from my window that night and was shocked to see Ellen and Brian kissing in her backyard. Ellen saw me looking, and I slammed the window. This was all wrong. To make it all worse, at dinner, Mom said to me, "What was that horrible song you were singing? You and Ellen are like sisters. Don't be so mean to her." I was so mad when I heard that. I yelled, "She's not my sister! I don't care what you or her dad say!" A month later, there were rumors going around school that some college scholarship scouts were coming to watch the final hockey game of the season. Ellen was the star of the hockey team, but I was going to make sure that the scouts never got a chance to see Ellen. The morning before her big game, I snuck into her garage and stole her goalie kit. Ellen showed up late for the game. Her coach didn't let her play, and the team had their biggest loss of the season. Best of all, the scouts never saw Ellen. If she wanted to get into college, she'd have to get her dad to pay for it. When Ellen got back, I was waiting for her in her driveway. She looked at me in surprise and asked, "Where did you get that?" I said, "Hey, Elle, it looked like a pretty fun sport, so I borrowed your stuff to give it a try." Looking at her face, I knew that she was finally going to explode. It was the moment I'd been waiting for.
This girl is crazy. I don't think. Why would you go that far to do like someone so much wrong, like costing her a college education, a whole game, an opportunity for her to be great? Maybe she did something really bad. I'm not on her side.
We'd finally put an end to this friendship and would have the biggest fight of our lives. She would finally tell me that I was the worst friend ever, and I could tell her she was a backstabbing, heartbreaking pain in the butt. But instead, Ellen took a deep breath, nodded, and then went inside. I didn't hear from her for 2 weeks. To make matters worse, Brian visited her more and more regularly now. Then she came over one day and said, "I want to apologize for being selfish. I'm glad that you want to play hockey." She pulled out a brand new hockey kit and handed it to me. "Now we can play together."
I'm loving Helen. She's a lady. She's not going crazy. She understands the other girl. I like her. I like how she walks away and just gives it to herself. I think that's how you're supposed to be. Although sometimes the crazy comes out.
What do you think? I shut the door in her face. She'd done it again. For the next month, I was miserable. Ellen tried to call me, but she was the last person I wanted to speak to. Over time, she found new friends. But I wasn't going to let her off that easy. My life was going nowhere, and hers was perfect. I had another idea. Monica, the leader of the group of girls Ellen was hanging out with, was super insecure about her boyfriend. All it took was an anonymous message and a quickly photoshopped picture sent to Monica, telling her to watch out for Ellen. Monica did the rest. The next day, I watched as Ellen went to greet her friends, and they completely ignored her. Monica even posted on the class WhatsApp group. The message said, "Ellen is a boyfriend stealer. Be careful, girls." Finally, Ellen broke down. But rushing in to her rescue was Brian. He told her that everything was going to be okay. Damn it! I couldn't believe it. Every one of my plans seemed to backfire. Every single time. I felt like I had no energy left. I made a decision right there. I was done with Ellen. 6 months went by. We didn't speak.
Oh guys, today's story was so juicy. Baby Lucy and Ellen, they ended up together, I think, after like 10 years. But the rivalry and the revenge was on point. Lucy she's so evil. Like, how she came up with those ideas. Let me do this, and ruin someone's life because of a boy. Nah, that's not right. But anyway, we've come to the end of this video. I hope you had fun and you enjoyed this video like I did. If you did, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. We have more great videos, and yeah, check out my playlist, turn on your post notifications so that you don't miss any video that I do. And that's it for today. Have a lovely weekend and bye bye.